Hello and welcome to the Sean of the South podcast. I'm Sean Dietrich, and for the next few minutes, I'd like to share a little something that I hope makes you laugh, or brings you hope, or just makes your day a little bit better. At Christmas, we used to circle things we wanted in the Sears catalog. In red Sharpie, there was a KitchenAid mixer circled in our catalog. My wife had circled it. And I looked at the mixer and I felt so depressed, namely because I was 24 years old, newly married, and Christmas was not shaping up to be a good one. I had just been fired. I'd been working on a construction crew hanging drywall. It was a crappy job with even crappier pay. Lots of dust, lots of mud. Someone on the crew had been stealing expensive power tools, and rather than locate the culprit, our boss just fired everyone. Every worker, young and old. And in a matter of minutes, we were jobless. Game over. So there I was. No money, no prospects. I wasn't even a high school graduate. And worse, we were out of beer. Moreover, my wife had already erected our little plastic Christmas tree in our one-bedroom apartment. There were already gifts beneath the tree with my name written on the labels. She had been taking extra jobs, babysitting, moonlighting with a temp service. She had been working overtime. But I had no gifts for her, and my wallet was feeling very light. So the next morning, I looked in the newspaper. There weren't many help wanted ads. Prison guard openings available. Sanitation workers now hiring. Electrician assistants must be certified. Exotic dancers, no pole experience needed. And then I came across an ad for a UPS driver. They were called Santa's helpers. They weren't really drivers, they were driver helpers. It was temp work. The pay wasn't bad. I didn't even call, I just showed up. I figured initiative is what the top brass was looking for. So I stood in that UPS office, and the lady handed me an application. She had a pack of Virginia Slims in her breast pocket, and her voice was like a tuba. She said, "Can you carry 65 pounds? I said, "Ma'am, if you give me a paycheck, I'll have your baby." Well, I got a brown uniform, and I was on the truck the next morning. The job was relatively uncomplicated. The driver drove, and I carried the packages to the doorsteps. I met a lot of people. I wished a lot of Merry Christmases, and on my first day, I realized a very important lesson about this world. UPS guys are invisible. Did you know that? I didn't. These men and women perform a vital human service, especially at the holidays. In many ways, they keep this world spinning. Christmas without them would be a paltry affair, and yet they are seldom acknowledged for what they do, let alone thanked. I met some very interesting UPS employees in my time there. My supervisor also paired me with many different drivers. I rode shotgun with a semi-pro bodybuilder, an ex-philosophy professor, a Nashville songwriter, a Gulf War veteran, a Hooters waitress, and a Church of God preacher. I ran packages back and forth. I rang thousands, no, millions of doorbells. I trotted up enough apartment building stairwells to qualify for the U.S. Olympic track team. And by the end of the season, I had lost 13 pounds. And beneath our personal tree were 6 gifts with my wife's name on them. On Christmas morning, she opened her gifts one by one, and one of the tags on a very special gift read, "To Jamie, from the UPS man." When she opened it, her face turned 3 shades brighter, and she cried. And so did I. And we still use that KitchenAid mixer to this very day. Well, thanks for listening to Sean of the South. I've been your host today, Sean Dietrich, and it has been a true privilege. To find out anything more about what I do, you can visit SeanDietrich.com, or for those who are not particularly good spellers, you can visit SeanOfTheSouth.com, and there you can find out all sorts of information that you didn't know you didn't need to know about me. And while you're there, I hope you take the time to drop me a line. Tell me what's important to you. Tell me what's going on in your life. I'd like to hear it. And in case anyone hadn't told you today already, I love you. Now go say that to somebody else. Have a great day.